Well, good Sunday afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, and I mean literally, doesn't work. I would not be here at 100,000 subscribers if it wasn't for each and every single one of you guys hitting the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Even you trolls that constantly come in here talking smack. If you're a subscriber, I thank you very much for trolling me and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Speaking of trolling and laughing at people, we have the Dallas Cowboys, and we started this, I guess, 3 years ago. Basically being we're sick and tired of this shit, and nothing's changed. So let me go ahead and get my panel on here. We got a slim and trim Troy Daniels in the house. Troy, what's up, man? Every time I see you, it's like you're just melting away, bro.
I think so. It's getting warmer here, and as the sun comes out, it kind of melts the snow, and I'm kind of melting with the snow.
We hardly, we got hardly any snow. We don't even see snow. It's actually crazy because part of the reason I had to come back, I had a couple things I had to do, but is to make sure the sump was cleaned out for my fish pond. And it used to be that it would be cold enough that it would freeze up the pipes and they'd bust, and I'd have to go ahead and replumb it. They haven't broken like the last 3 or 4 years. The winters have been really, really mild. In fact, the fish are out there swimming like, feed me, like crazy. It's about 70 degrees out here right now, and it's kind of like it's going to be a rough summer. And we got David McKee. What's up, David? How are you doing?
Pretty good, Mark. Congrats on the 100,000 subscribers, man.
Well, no, congrats for you guys for being here and being subscribers to the channel. I really and truly appreciate it.
When did you hit that 100,000?
Oh man, I am still kind of mad because see, Friday night I was like 450 away, and it's been going crazy. I've been like 500 or 1,000 a day. I don't know why. It's just been crazy. And so we started a live stream on a Friday night show, and we got about another 100. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, my computer crashed. And I said, you know what? I'll just get up at like 6 or so, and we'll pick this back up because about 350 away. And I woke up about 6:30, and I looked at my phone, and it was like over. It was like, it's like I missed it. I wanted to see the numbers turn over, and I missed it. And I was like, fuck. Tracy says, what's wrong with you? I said, I hit 100,000. She said, well, congratulations. She's like, what's wrong with you, you freaking idiot?
What time was it when you noticed it?
6:30 a.m. So somewhere between 3 a.m. and 6:30, I got like 400 more subscribers, and it went over. And I was like, oh man, because there was a bunch of people that were on the line that were subscribing and unsubscribing during the live stream. So the number would go up, it'd go down, it'd go up, it'd go down. I was like, okay, see, y'all are playing now. So, but it's all good.
So do you get that little plaque now?
Yeah, they say it usually takes about 6 weeks or so. So yeah, I will get a button from YouTube. I'll be one of the, I think it's around 350 or 400,000 YouTubers that are over 100,000. I am honored. It's kind of crazy because on Twitter, everybody's congratulating me and everything else, and making me feel like I'm somebody, but I'm just the same guy. I did what I normally do. I messed up my video this morning. The sound was ass. So if anybody's thinking I'm changing, I'm not changing. I'm the same idiot that I've always been. Or should I say moron? Thomas, the link is in the community tab.
Uh-oh.
You got it from the community tab, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I got a notification.
Under the
live stream link.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do it again, Thomas.
Yeah, I got the membership notification.
Okay,
So
Derek J got it. Let's see. Oh shit, Leo's here already. Damn.
Oh no! Okay, that's it.
Damn. Okay.
It's over. Bye-bye.
All right, there you go. I just pasted it again, Thomas. I don't know why you got it, man. Didn't get it, man. I don't. Leo, we were actually concerned about you, bro. Oh, he is still muted.
Keep it muted.
If you guys had seen Leo was smoking. I mean, he was high. He was smoking for 6 hours straight, just puffing and puffing. His eyes were literally like, yo. He was just a,
Wait,
he was a,
but then y'all start calling me Scarface? Is that
no,
why y'all
I started calling you Scarface. Say hello to my little friend and never get high off your own supply.
Troy, you should have seen them, Troy. They was baking me. They was cooking me.
Oh, no, you cooked your damn self, bro. I was like, man, I don't know if anything bad can happen from smoking too much weed, but we gonna find out tonight.
I tell you, but you know what though, Mark?
What's
Here's
that?
the thing. I got up. I was up at 7. And
I was too mad as hell that I'd have reached 100,000.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, Mark, where's the? And I remember I said the last thing I said to Mark before we hung up was, "Don't forget to send us the link."
Yep.
And then
I woke up and it was already done. I was like, oh, I'll go back to sleep now.
I was like, oh man, Mark. No.
I bet you're thinking, was I high when he said that? Did he really say that?
Bro, I was in my right frame of mind. I knew what I was doing.
Oh, shit.
As a
All
matter
right,
of fact, I'm
so
about to get started now.
for everybody but Leo, okay, are we the laughingstock of the NFL right now? I've been trying. Somebody tweeted at me and said, when the Cowboys were, everybody was losing their mind. Mark calmed me down and he was talking about compensatory picks and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, I'm still trying to find a silver lining and saying that maybe there's a plan here, and maybe I'm just a freaking idiot.
Let me ask you this: those compensatory picks, we don't get those till 2025, right?
Yeah, we get them next year.
Right.
So what good are they going to do us this year? I mean,
Nothing this year, but
I know.
next year, then you're looking at about 11 picks. So if you're here's the thing. Here's where Stephen Jones believes in position flex. You know how they like to have a guy that can play multiple positions, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Cowboys season is going to be a position flex. This could end up being like the movie Major League, where it's like, we're going to, fuck them. We're going to have to win it all, right?
Right.
Because everybody's on a 1-year deal. So if the Cowboys do great things and all that, hey, great. If they don't, everybody's on a 1-year deal. And
I wonder
the reverse of what's happening right now. Right now, we have, I think, the lowest cap amount of money to spend, and we're not spending any. We've got like $4.5 million.
I wonder.
The Eagles right now have 39.
Yeah.
Next year it reverses. Next year we are the 6th highest. We have like $95 million right now for next year. The Eagles have like 12.
Not to mention,
and then you got all those extra draft picks. So it's conceivable if people are saying blow it up. You could say maybe they're blowing it up now. You're just not trading those guys because you've got all those other picks that you can work with next year. So
it makes me wonder if Dallas is trying to pull a New England and bottle up all of these picks for next year for something big. I don't know. It worked for
Coach Jeff, those compensatory picks.
For a reload.
Yeah, those compensatory picks will be for next year. This year we got 2 extra picks.
2 of them.
We got a 5th for Connor McGovern, and we got a 6 for Dalton Schultz. So I think that we might get a 4th for Dorrance Armstrong because his contract was like $15 million. But
it was a high one.
So Tyron Smith, they'll probably be like Dalton Schultz is like a 6, and same thing. We should get like 4 compensatory picks, and even if it ends up being that you get a 4th and 3 6s or something like that, you can package those up and try and make deals.
Didn't we have a minority candidate go to a coordinator position?
No, it has to become a head coach.
Oh, is it a head coach? I thought it also
because our defensive line coach became the defensive coordinator, and I was double checking on that. If it ends up being that you have to become a head coach or a front, like a front office.
Gotcha.
GM. It would have been. It would have been nice. I was like, please, no. But San Francisco has done that, and they've gotten 4 extra 3rd round picks because they had 2 guys. What are you selfieing for there, Leo?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you guys a question.
What's up, Lloyd?
I'm talking to my business partner.
So if Dallas
Monroe.
Okay.
If Dallas were to blow it all up, and let's just say, hypothetically speaking, Mike McCarthy gets fired and Zimmer gets fired, it doesn't work out. Who would you guys like to have as the head coach?
I don't even know. I ain't even gotten that far. The first
It's hard
question,
to say,
the first question you have to ask is, who would want to come here to be the coach?
Right.
Who was?
Yeah.
Well, you might as well go ahead on and hire Mike Zimmer because that'll save a lot of time.
Well, what
he's
if?
already there.
Okay, now let me put a hypothetical out here.
I'm just saying.
Let me put a hypothetical out here. What if Dan Quinn, who now has 4 of our former players, what if Dan Quinn has a better defense than we do?
He will.
Yeah.
I don't know that he will.
He will.
Now, he doesn't have our secondary.
Does he have a Michael Parsons on
No.
that defense? Because I think
No, he doesn't.
Michael Parsons made a difference. Michael Parsons is the reason why some of those players he got, Dorrance Armstrong.
Because I've said that too, because he's getting double teamed. If you have a Micah Parsons on one side, you should be feasting on the other.
Or does he have a Trayvon Diggs and they
No,
in
he
the
doesn't have a
brain?
secondary.
No.
He doesn't have a secondary.
Well, see, here's where I'm kind of on the fence, okay? Because I keep going back here. This is where Mike Poland, and I need to double check it. Mike Poland of one of the English fan clubs, he had posted that the Washington Commanders over the last 3 years have spent more money than free agency than anybody else, which is not a stretch because they usually do. And the Cowboys have spent the least. So if you're going by that, the people that are spending a whole lot of money in free agency versus us not spending any, you look at their record where they're like 19 and 31 and 1, and then you look at our record over those 3 years, you have to say, maybe the Cowboys have something better than what they have. Now, for all those out there that say Dak sucks, I will say that the Chicago Bears, the New England Patriots, the Jets, and the Commanders would say, hold my beer. Because those all had quarterbacks that they just got rid of that stink. So anybody that thinks that it's just easy, that you just got to be a first-round drafted quarterback, that whole draft class right there is ass.
Gone. Yeah,
And you can go back to
2021 draft class, right, Mark?
Yeah, the 2021 class. And then you go back to the 2020. Look at that one. Trevor Lawrence is the best of the lot, but he was supposed to be generational. And he's a turnover machine. So it's not easy to get a quarterback. It just ain't. Everybody's scrambling and doing a mad dash. The fact that Jimmy G, who was once the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, who is facing a suspension, has got, another backup gig, is crazy. Sam Darnold gets picked up again.
The thing was, Mark, I told you a couple, maybe 2 seasons ago, you can draft these great quarterbacks out of college, but if you do not have an offensive line in front of them,
or a coach,
they're going to fail.
Yeah.
Not only that, if they don't have a good offensive coordinator.
Right. I was about to say
because if you don't have a good offensive coordinator, you're gonna be ass. Ass Justin Fields.
Heck, you're gonna be spending your butt on your butt is going to be on the turf almost every time.
Ask Justin Shields, ask Alex Smith. Yeah. Because Alex Smith, he didn't come halfway decent until he got a perfect offensive coordinator. When he
Actually, the only time Alex Smith was good was when he was in Kansas City.
Yeah.
With, of course, one of the best offensive coaches.
Isn't that when he broke his leg?
No, he broke his leg in Washington.
KC.
Okay. No, he broke his leg when he went to Washington.
Washington was
he broke his leg in Washington. Right. He broke his leg in Washington, the place where quarterbacks go to die.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then that's the truth.
He's like the
Mark is my Skip Bayless. Oh, don't insult me like that, Derek. Derek, don't call me Skip Bayless, man, bro. Come on, man. I thought we were friends, man. Skip Bayless is crashing and burning right now, bro. I think actually on some days I've got more views than he does on his show, man.
Yeah.
I stopped watching the guy.
Apparently, everybody
he
has.
Kind of like loses. You see him kind of disappear once Keyshawn and Richard Sherman and them, when they start going at it with each other, he kind of like fades back. And he said
he wasn't nothing without Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Shannon
well,
Sharp
you're starting to see that. Yeah,
But you know what? He's gotten to be. If you've ever watched his podcast, he's or when Shannon Sharp basically didn't show up for work and it was just him, it's like, oh, it is really just unwatchable watching Skip Bayless when it's just Skip talking. It was the whole shtick of Shannon Sharp. Now, Skip. Come on, Skip.
Right.
You know, I can actually miss that. Come, Skip.
Y'all want to watch that Shay? That's pretty good, man. He had Cat Williams on there, Monique.
Oh, he said he made buku bank off of that video.
Yeah. Did you see? What about the after game immediate reactions with him and Ocho Cinco? And Ocho was trying to say cognac, and he said cognac.
Cognac.
You see, he had Johnny Manziel on there. Johnny Manziel tried to run his mouth and saying, "Oh, I'm glad I didn't go to Dallas. We didn't want you in Dallas."
Oh wow!
Yeah, talk about
what? Wait. Hold on. Chris McClure, I've been given only 6 to 8 months to live, and I'm going to miss watching. I hope.
Oh no!
I hope you are joking about that, man. But Chris, elaborate more, man. You know, it's a crazy world.
People on this channel, there's no doubt.
It's a crazy world. I actually had I can't
Chris
remember.
McClure holding you up in prayer, bro.
Definitely,
We're
man.
gonna pray for you, man.
Yeah.
But this world is kind of sick because a guy had sent me. Let me see if I can find the email. Bryanton 80. His house was pretty much destroyed by a tornado that came through.
Oh,
and he was, he's like, we're okay and stuff. He said that, not every house on the block was like his house was. And he's like, they got people there that are, they're not there to help. They're there to take pictures and laugh and do selfies and stuff like that. It's like, what are you kidding me, man? Where is people's, sense of dignity? I mean, not dignity. What is the word I'm looking for? Humanity.
That happens. I had a fire in my house where, like the side of the house, the wall caught on fire. People all down the street come down there to take pictures.
That's
in
crazy.
Front of the house. Why the fire truck is out there? We had to fuss people out. Well, we had to cuss people out in order to get them not to take pictures. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure you guys are going to end up having to do some sort of a film review on what happened here in my hometown yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
The guy who went and killed like 3 people in PA.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then
that was on the news.
Yeah,
he killed the mother and the mother's two kids.
Looks like Chris has cancer. I just saw that.
Oh, Chris, man. I'm sorry, man.
Anyway, sorry to take away from any.
No. Chris, holding you up in prayer, bro. But the guy killed his stepmom, I think his stepsister, and then he killed his baby mom.
Damn.
And then ended up running from PA and ended up right here in Trenton. And that's when they had the standoff and everything. So
that made national news.
I was watching it, and the crazy part was I got up early in the morning for Mark because I thought we were going to, Thomas, didn't I say, Mark, make sure you send us the link.
You didn't think you were still high when you were seeing all that, did you?
No, I didn't think I was still high when I said all that. Mark, I told you, I can handle that.
You're a professional. I know. I get it. You're like a taste tester that the alcohol doesn't really bother you or anything like that.
No,
man. I was fucked up.
I was smacked last night, but I had fun. I mean, I didn't have to get up. The only reason why I got up early in the morning was because I think we all said we was going to try to get up at 7, right there.
Yeah, I got up at 6:45 and I looked and it said 100K. I was like,
I can go back to bed now.
Yes. I said it said 100K. Then I said, oh, he's not on live either.
No, here's what really pissed me off because it was 3 a.m. We were there. It was 350 away,
Yeah.
And you're telling me that in the next 3 hours I got like 450?
Yes.
I was like, are you serious?
Mark,
You mean I only need to stay up for 2 more hours?
Wait, Mark, you left. You had stepped away from the camera, and it was me, Derek, Thomas, and what's my man that went to the bar? Wade.
Yeah, Walker Wade.
And we kept, and I was asking, I was like, wait a minute. So what happens if certain people were to log on that would bring attention? Mark could mess around and end up because you said you were going to leave it open for us.
I should have. What I should have done was restarted the stream and just left it running. That's what I should have done.
And if you get a contract with ESPN, don't forget about us,
man. Please, no. I'm not joining that sinking ship.
We could be.
You know what? I tell you what. Here's what I will say. Here's what I will say is, you look at the evolution of sports, of media. When you think back when radio first came around, everybody's sitting around the radio, to then, of course, television and everything. And then cable TV and the ESPN, it's always changing and evolving. Sorry, ESPN and cable, everything, news is now, you're finding your niche and your person to watch and so on. The fact that the fan is literally having to respond to content creators about, the Dak Prescott opposition attorneys going on their channel shows you how much power this stuff has. And I tell you where it gets to be kind of crazy. Look, I'm Joe the fan. I'm not in my mama's basement. I'm in my basement right now, broadcasting.
Dirty Sanchez is back.
Oh, he's always back.
Somebody called. Somebody.
I think Dirty Sanchez got a crush on you, bro.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Did the Eagles re-sign him?
Re-sign who? Dirty Sanchez. Help. You know what? No. I'm just saying. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? We were doing good. Now he's back.
but see, here's where it's kind of crazy.
But I love you, Dirty Sanchez. Anyway.
What's crazy is, like I said, I am a moron. I'm just here. I just give you my ideas and things like that. But John Ridgway, Cowboy VA actually sent me a John Ridgway jersey. I have a John Ridgway Dallas Cowboy jersey. And when the Cowboys signed him, I was so ecstatic that we finally were thinking about defensive tackles, and we got this guy here. And I did a bunch of videos about John Ridgway and stuff. After he was released and Washington picked him up, he ended up following me on Instagram and sending me a message and says, "Thank you for the videos." He said, "My family loved them." And I was like, I said, I'm probably one of the few ones that have a John Ridgway Cowboys jersey. And he said, "Man,
he sent that to you?"
He did. And he said, "Bro, wear it to the game in Washington when we play and stuff." And I was like, wait a minute. They're watching the shit that we do? Are you kidding me? So you don't know.
That's why
you don't know when you start, when I go to these autograph signing. Now look.
Mark,
Chris from Top Line Sports.
Somebody in a positive way, man.
Yeah.
It really impacted me, man.
Yeah.
Mark.
Even I think Botch has a segment on their radio station where he's either calls in or something. One time he showed up.
There you go.
He's actually there.
Well, Mark, Chris from Top Line Sports is giving you all kinds of flowers, dog.
Who?
He's Chris from Top Line Sports.
Chris from Top Line? Really?
Yeah. He's got a whole thing that's just dedicated to congratulations to Mark Holmes on 100,000 or reaching 100,000.
Is that on Twitter?
Yeah, no, it's on YouTube.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna check it out. Now listen. Let me clear something up here. Okay, I'm gonna be 100% real with y'all. When you see me running around like a crazy man, that's my life.
Yeah.
I am constantly on the move. I hardly even watch television. I don't have time to. And as far as watching a lot of content, I don't have time to I honestly don't. And forgive me, I'm not trying to be arrogant when I say who, because I don't have time to do it. I got up this morning, I shot my morning video, went over, picked my wife up from her mother's house where she's helping to take care of her broken leg, drove to Culpeper to look at doing some work for, where I lost my mentor. She's actually going to be selling the farm and stuff and needs to do some work to the house. Picked up this refrigerator that she was getting rid of, took that to my parents' house, came here, did some work in the workshop. Now I'm doing a live stream and I'll be driving back to Waynesboro. And so a lot of times people will say, and I was like, I don't know who it is. I don't know, because I don't actually have time to watch a lot of content. So forgive me. So Chris from Top Line Sports, I have to check that out. Cool. I have gotten more people on Twitter than things. I had Lord Brunson reach out, and I was like, what? Because the last conversation I had with Lord Brunson, basically I said, F you, dude. Because he actually he's in the same area as I am. So at one point I thought about inviting him over for a football game. And I was like, no, I can't. I can't take that kind of abuse in my own house.
So Lord Brunson is actually one of my top favorite Eagles content creators too. So
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Got to put some respect on that name too. Same with Philly 500.
Okay, yeah.
Linda Coyer said Jalen Hurts' mother stopped by and watched Philly 500's live stream. That's pretty cool.
Well, and here's a funny one for you too. Wow. Somebody had shared with me. They said, "Hey, this is Philip Ebarb. This is years ago. Philip Ebarb, he's Dak Prescott's uncle. He said, you ought to, follow him and send him some messages and see if you can actually talk to him about Dak or something." And so I'm like, yeah, okay, sure it is. And I went to his Facebook page and I'm seeing pictures of him with Dak that, if I'm getting pictures with Dak, I'm saying me with Dak Prescott. He's not advertising that they're Dak. So you're like, okay, maybe this guy actually is. And so I went to message him, and then I look and see he had sent me a message before. And in this message it said, "Hi, how you doing? I'm Dak Prescott's uncle." Okay, as in the brother of Dak Prescott's mother. And he helped raise Dak Prescott. He said, "I'm Dak Prescott's uncle." He said, "I don't always agree with everything you say." He said, "But I like your style and the way you do your stuff. If you ever need anything, let me know." And so what, and I had responded to this message. You know what I did? Okay, it goes to show you, I literally did not read this message. So this is like a year later, and I'm looking and I'm saying, I messaged him? Are you kidding me? And it's like, you're a freaking idiot. So I sent him a message and said, sorry, I didn't actually comprehend that message and stuff. But him and I have actually become friends and talking back and forth. He actually had me talking to his 5th grade class about social media and things and all that. So I was like, okay. And he was actually saying, I need a tile job done down at his house. So I might be going down there to do a tile job for him.
Look, Mark, it was a former professional football player who actually suggested to me that I actually reach out, only because he actually heard me react to something that you were saying on a live stream. And I just, like I said, I just screamed at you. Like, whatever, Mark, shut up. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, who are you talking to? And I was like, nobody. I got my guy right here, and I like to listen to him during the game.
And he pisses me the hell off.
And,
I know. Top line. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. It didn't sink in. He sent me actually an email, and I responded to him. He actually said he started doing YouTube because he saw me doing it. And I think that's because most people looked and said, look at this dirty, crack showing, non-speaking motherfucker out here doing YouTube. If he can do it and people will watch, I can do it. That's probably what it is.
But that was look, when Eugene told me, he was like, dog, you should do it too. You can do this. You see, you watch your boy, you watch your man right there, go ahead. And I was like, you think so? He's like, yeah. And that's how the bird section got started. Because we were already doing the Smoking Heroes podcast. Yeah. So it was just one of those things. If it weren't for you, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't have went as far as I did You know what I'm saying? Because my partner just heard me scream at you. And he's like, yo, you know, there's still some things that he feels like we both feel like you need to be educated on, but that's okay. We're going to get you squared away, Mark. It's all right.
Oh, no, man, you know, I'll be, you know, and I'm going to say, you know, I'm happy that I've inspired people, but you know, you have to understand, unfortunately, here's the problem with a lot of people today, and not just with YouTube, but in life in general. Everybody thinks, and I don't know if it's because, you know, as little leaguers, you get a participation trophy, you know, everybody is a winner and this, that, and the other. People don't want to put in work. They expect results without actually working to do it. And I don't care if you are doing YouTube, if you are doing construction work as starting a company, you only get out what you put into it. If you are not there trying to learn all the ins and outs, the subtleties and everything else, or actually putting in work, because this is, I'll be honest with you, if you're trying to be successful on YouTube and you say, I'm going to go in to make a whole bunch of money, you're not going to make a whole bunch of money. I came in and did this because I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed trying to, I look at it and say, I don't know how many years I have left. There's got to be a few things that I've done in my life that might help somebody else. This is a way I can live beyond when I'm here. And for me, it's like trying to teach and educate people. And I love it. And it's become really, really easy for me to just stop no matter where I am and just say, hey, and do whatever. But it is a job. And if you don't put in the time, you're not going to get the results. And see, my man Game Time Brian there, I love trying to help others. And I've tried to help people, you know, get started and stuff, give at least the little bit of tips and knowledge that I have. Game Time Brian is growing right now in leaps and bounds. Because he's putting in the work for it. He's learned, you know, if I can get enough time to get another content, you know, video in and have my perspective on it, start making those relationships with people, you know, it starts to grow. But if you end up being a person that's like, I'm going to put out a video once a week and so on, and then disappear, it's never going to get traction.
Right.
And so it's about doing it. And I'm sure, Leo, you know, for you and your business to get where you are, you didn't just haphazardly just say, you know, I'm going to go get high tonight and I'm not going to worry about the business. You're out there working that hustle to get the results. And it drives me crazy when people are jealous. They're like, oh, you got all these subscribers and stuff. It's like, well, I've worked to do everything I can to do that.
Yep.
Well,
instead of somebody else complaining about what I'm doing, if you spent that time doing your thing, you would see more results.
You need reps. That's all it is. It's more. The more reps you get, the better.
There you go.
Some of the adjustments that we've had to do, because again, we get people that come down to the dabbing cabin, and we do some really good video. We do some really good interviews, but we evolved into that. At one point, Mark, we had to stop smoking weed while we're doing the interviews because
okay.
At a certain point, there's a couple.
So you got, for some people, you have the dream job. Okay, wait a minute, I can smoke weed on the job.
Man,
sign me up, bro.
You and I Love Weed could be like the new Cheech and Chong or something.
Oh shit!
No, wait, like, listen, like and again, you guys will see. You will see once we start. Because what we plan on doing, Mark, is we literally have at least 40 episodes that we've already recorded, but we have not released them. And you'll see the evolution, because there are times where in the interview I'm like this on the microphone because I was too high.
You were pretty close to that the other night. You were close to that Friday.
No, I wasn't. No, I was just baked. I was just seriously baked. But I was good. You see what I'm saying? It just depends, man. You know, but I think that, you know, once you start seeing how we started negotiating that and really getting into, you know, the crux of the actual interview, the content, it's great. I think you, Lord Brunson, I think Game Time Brian is some of the more reasonable Cowboys content creators. And then,
wait a minute, you just said me, Lord
Game
Brunson,
Time,
and Game Time Brian. Are you high? You put Lord Brunson. It said Cowboys content creators. How is Lord Brunson a Cowboys content creator?
No, I don't mean Lord Brunson is a Cowboys content creator. No, I'm saying reasonable content creator, regardless of whether you're a Cowboys content creator or an Eagles content creator.
Okay, then what do you count Philly 500 as?
Say that again.
What do you count Philly 500 as?
As he's. I think he has
comic relief,
but then he could be unreasonable at times. You know what I'm saying? I think he's entertaining.
Yeah,
I really do. I think he's entertaining. But when he's not trying to be funny and he's actually giving you like real data, you know what I'm saying? It's easily digestible, which is the same thing with you. And the same thing. I like Chris from Top Line Sport. I actually like him, and I appreciate Game Time Brian because he's in market. So I already know that if you ever listen to Game Time Brian, there's a reason why he has that constant gray cloud over his head. And it's because he lives in this market. You know what I'm saying? I used to work at the Pentagon. So I hated being in that Washington market because all I was surrounded by was just Redskins fans. And it was just
how long ago was that, bro? Because there's no fight in the Commander fans. I'm going to tell. Let me tell you how. No, listen. I want to tell you,
Mark. Listen. I am a part of. Like I swear to God, Mark, I can introduce you to some Washington fans, and you would think that they won the Super Bowl last week.
No, listen, bro. I guess a year and a half ago, Randy Seitz surprised me by coming to my house for Redskin Week, and Game Time Brian came down with him, right? So this is the Saturday before Washington, Dallas. We went downtown D.C. wearing Cowboys gear, and I took him to the museums. We walked by the White House and everything else. Just literally downtown D.C. the day before the Cowboys and Washington are playing.
Mm-hmm.
We saw, I think, one person wearing Commander's gear.
Right.
The whole time.
Right.
We are the three of us together walking with Cowboys. Nobody saying anything to us. Nothing. Do you think that happened downtown Philly?
No, hell no. No.
I was in Philly for the draft wearing Cowboys gear. And the first time I came out of the hotel, these guys, man, you mother, blah, 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 blah. They're cussing me out and giving me the riot. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to fight, man. He's like, hey, man, nothing personal. You know, we just got to keep this up, though, man. We got a persona. We got to take nothing personal, man. It's just business.
Yeah.
I'm like,
we got to make you feel uncomfortable. It has to be a not so good thing that have to come to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there was a period of time where Philadelphia was the only team that had a jail and a courthouse in the stadium.
Bro, here's a little trivia for you. There's holding cells in AT&T Stadium.
I know.
And they have televisions in there so you can watch the game.
I know. I've seen them. But you don't actually have a courthouse.
No, you don't have a courthouse. At the vet, you had a courthouse there.
We had a courthouse.
You had a magistrate that was there. Yeah.
So it's a
hardcore.
I take full ownership of that. You know what I'm saying, in terms of being that kind of a fan base. But I appreciate it. I love it. I love that about us.
Okay, Black Insurrectionist says the Commanders are winning East this year. Okay.
See, there we go.
You mean North Dallas, Washington? Because that's what they are.
No, he said the command.
Look, Gina Dallas Diva said, my husband and I wore Cowboys gear in Philly and nobody said anything to us.
No,
I said, but you know what? You know, Gina, you know why that was. Because they saw your beauty and they were speechless. They're like, damn. look, bro. I might change teams.
No, Gina and her husband did not go to Philly and wear Cowboys fans, and no one said anything.
This was 2009. I was on my way to Syracuse, New York. I got in an accident on the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
Mm-hmm.
Car was totaled, so I had to get a cab ride to the airport to pick up my rental car.
Mm-hmm.
The cab driver saw my he saw my cowboy stuff, and I was a little worried in that backseat because he kept talking about the Eagles this, the Eagles that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make it to this airport, sir,
Can
so
I
I
just
can get
get
out of
out
this car. Because it was not, and he was like he was getting angry, and I did nothing to anger him, but he's controlling where I go right now. So I didn't say but 2 words, and he talked
I was a little worried.
the rest of the time. It was
Derek, wearing the jersey is what angered him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you had to do was wear the jersey. Yeah,
that's it.
You know, listen, when I went to a Commanders Philadelphia Eagles game in Philly, and this is during the time that I was working at the Pentagon, and my wife and I drove up. When we got out of that game, my car was trashed.
Oh my goodness!
The reason why my car got trashed is because I had Virginia tags.
Shout out to Mean Mug. I got a new channel.
Yeah,
shout out to Mean Bug. New channel number.
Uber didn't exist then.
Email me cowboysmark94@gmail so we can get you your shot glass and stuff. Appreciate you being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Cowboysmark94@gmail.
I emailed you, but I still haven't received anything.
Email me again because you mean to cowboysmark94.
Well, I'll need to email you because I haven't got the shot glass either.
Okay, all right.
I don't want a shot glass. I don't want anything.
I didn't even get my squishy football.
Okay, all right. So let me say
that either.
Troy Daniels.
I would like. I would just like my
and David
emoji
McKay,
change, please.
You'd like what?
Well, you have to be a tailgate member. One of the the $24.99, Leo.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Sir Robinson, how you
Hey,
doing?
Asia.
Hey, Asia. No, I am.
But you have to do that for a certain amount of time. Then you get the emojis as you become more.
Man,
and
Troy,
more.
you making this shit up as you go.
No, I kid you not. I kid you not. When I first became that member, I had a very few emojis. And then as I reached like 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah, it changes. It changes as you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Leo. Hey, Leo.
Yes,
Hey, Leo.
Asia. Yes, Asia.
As much as it's killing me, take care, Barkley, please.
Absolutely. 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 Absolutely not a problem.
You'll only have it for about 14 games this year, so what are we worried about?
Yeah.
Really? All right. So we already went over this last night, and I said with game time, and I said we are not going to need to use him the same way that that New York would have to use him. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. It's the two different offenses. It
doesn't matter what offense. I mean, whether it's Philly or New York, he's still going to get injured.
No, well, depending on how bad of a workhorse he's going to have to be.
He's damaged goods. Let's put it that way.
Well, you guys would know. You know what I'm saying? You're fresh off of, you know what I'm saying, the whole Gallup situation and everything like that.
That's why we got rid of Gallup.
Yeah.
We should have never signed him to that contract. That's one of those ones
that injury, yeah.
When we signed him, I was kind of like, why are we signing? It's like we let go of Amari Cooper. We let go of Cedric Wilson. And a guy who's gone downhill for the last 2 seasons and tore his ACL.
Yeah.
We're going to pay $11 million a year. Do I have that right?
That made no sense.
Mark, as I said last night, I told Thomas and I told Derek, I said, I love the decisions that you guys make. Keep making those decisions. Keep doing the things that you are doing right now. As an Eagles fan, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I like it. So yes, I hope Jerry lives to be 4,622 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I hope Steven keeps doing the things that he's doing. Yes, y'all do that.
Well, but it's funny though. This is nothing new. We do the same thing every year. They don't believe in that. But I'm going to say there are this is where I'm positive because I'm going to say there's subtle differences. Because in past years, what we've been doing at this time of year is we're signing those free agents of ours and we're listening to Stephen Jones saying we believe in our guys. Have you heard Stephen Jones say we believe in our guys this year? No. We haven't been re-signing all of our guys. They're letting the dust clear. They're going to pick up these compensatory picks, and then they're going to start doing their business. Now, there's going to be other players that are going to be out there and things, and you have to look and say, we actually did something good last year with Gilmore and Cooks. Those two were actually really good signings or trades that we did.
Do you think they signed Gilmore again?
I think so, but there's no rush to do him because he's got the shoulder surgery. He's going to be out for 2 months. And that may be one of those wink winks. We're going to get money in June. That's when we're going to sign you. So, we're going to keep our options open. I still believe
they've already negotiated something.
Yeah.
We'll just wait until.
Yeah, we're coming back. Right.
Okay.
But here's where I'm, I'm a dreamer. I'm a dreamer here. But I feel like the Cowboys are going to make a big move. And I honestly believe it's going to be Stephon Diggs, whether you like it or not.
Oh, wow. You think so?
Oh, that would be a
see, here's how you do it.
I love that, but I have my doubts.
Oh, I doubt, but this is maybe if I put it out there, people say that, or people hear, maybe this idea can be planted as a seed. Here's what you do, because for Buffalo realized we need to be more run heavy, and you can look at towards the season going down. They went less and less deep passing to Diggs.
Yeah.
He is the second biggest cap hit on there, and there's nothing they can do about it this year except restructure. There you go, right there. That's the first part of it. But here's the thing:
Cap said that
they could have restructured his contract to spread it out down the road, but they didn't. They did Josh Allen, but they didn't do him. Why?
Yeah.
Because you're looking and saying, we don't want that hit later on. Let's get this thing out of the way now. If they make him a June 1st cut, they can spread it out.
Like
I'm sorry, not cut. Excuse me, cut. But they're only eating 9. If they trade him post June 1st, they get the $19 million cap relief this year, and they get a draft pick. For the Cowboys, we've got 4 extra comp picks next year. We get an extra $9.5 million. Michael Gallup, June 1st.
Maybe make a trade.
Okay. You also are talking about doing Dak Prescott's contract in August, which will give you more cap relief. You could take on that contract later on. Buffalo, although they don't get the pick for this year, they get an extra pick the next year. It doesn't hurt us because we have all those picks next year.
Well, you guys matched out on your compensatory.
As long as we don't sign it. See, and here's the thing people don't seem to realize. If we sign a big name free agent, we're going to lose that comp pick that we're going to get for Dorrance Armstrong. The way it works is if you lose a big player to a contract and you don't sign one in kind, you get a comp pick. If we end up signing somebody at $15 million, well, that wipes out the Dorrance Armstrong one. So you actually are going to spend money now and lose a potential 4th-round draft pick. So that's where people are pissed off. We ain't signed anybody. Well, that's kind of why they're trying to get those picks for the future, especially when they believe that they're great draft picks.
Become concrete. Then is it after?
I forgot. I forgot when they. What is the date? Let me see if I can look it up.
So let me ask you something. Who would you consider? Who are your core guys right now that you're going to build around when you blow this up? Who's still going to?
I would say you're actually already blowing it up. Okay, I mean, you keep CeeDee Lamb.
He was rich.
Okay, you keep Zach Martin may only be a few more years, but you hold on to him. Of course, you keep Tyler Smith, of course, because he's an anchor. You hope that Terrence Steele, and he just signed to a big contract, so you're not getting rid of him. That's your core guys right there, and I would still say Dak Prescott. So if you're saying what you're looking at is we need 2 running backs. We need 2 offensive linemen, although they may believe in some of the guys they already have, and you could get another wide receiver. Your defense, you look at it and say, our secondary, with the exception of Gilmore, is really good, and it's young. Yeah, we could add another safety. If we get some more linebackers and we get some defensive linemen to go with Micah, you've actually turned over the roster. And I almost say they've kind of blown it up right now by not re-signing the guys that they have. They could have held on to Biotish and said, we're not going to mess with the offensive line. But it's like, no, we can do better.
Okay, I just feel like, and I said this yesterday, that the Dallas Cowboys is just built to be built for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? You got to counter everything that we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily. I mean,
but that's kind of everybody's strategy.
Read the chat right now. They saying Washington gonna win the division.
Yeah, but you know how many times, I remember when Washington signed Albert Hainsworth, okay?
Yeah.
And they already had, Washington, they got a good defense. They're adding Albert Hainsworth. Oh, my God. They're going to do so much. And he's laid on his fat. I watched Michael Vick run circles around his fat ass on that Monday night slaughter that they had at FedEx Field. I remember last year when the Eagles got Bayard. And Philly 500 is sending me 50,000 pictures. We got an all-pro safety, man, with the Jalen Carter and the Jordan Davis. You can't run. You won't pass. We're going to be smothering people. Leo, you grabbing that bong, bro? You grabbing that bong?
Well, all right, so first of all, the one thing I will say is that that squad, last year's squad, was not devoid of talent. So
it was not.
It was not the issue. It was all about coaching. And I think, Mark, we talked about this because I remember when we talked about it, you also asked me, you said, hey, is it me or is something going on with Jalen's knee? And they didn't say anything about it. Because I think around that time, the word had gotten out about Joe Burrow's hand. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Remember how something was going on with Joe Burrow's hand and the team had gotten in trouble? Mark wanted to see us get in trouble for not saying anything about Jalen's knee. You know what I'm saying?
But I was right, wasn't I?
So Leo, you like Kenny Pickett?
I like us. I like a competent backup. That's what I like. So as long as he's competent, and I'm fine with it. You know, remember I'm an Eagles fan, so we had to deal with when we lost Carson and had Nick Foles. You see what I'm saying? So I understand the value of having a really good backup and what it could do for you. So all I care about is as long as he's competent. You know what I'm saying?
He's still in Pennsylvania though, so
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But the other thing too is just, considering talking about last year's team, that more or less, and I remember when Mark was asking about it, we said it, I said we're gonna need a whole offseason to find out what happened. You know what I'm saying? When something that catastrophic, where you lose 7 straight games or 6 games or whatever the number was, and you were rolling like you were, something's wrong. Something catastrophic happened within that locker room, and you would need an off season to find out, because then you will have guys who are leaving, who might be retiring or whatever, and they're going to speak up about it, and then you're going to start seeing things and hearing things, especially as coaches leave and so on and so forth. So that was the thing.
I think it's May. Early May is when it gets locked in.
Now, Mark, are you suggesting that being that Stefan's the way the offense has clearly sort of kind of moved away from Stefan, that somehow or another Dallas it makes it easier for Dallas to come up with some sort of a package where they just package a bunch of draft picks, and get them. But then here's the thing: don't you guys also have to sign him to a new contract?
They're going to have to eat some of the contract, but yes, you would have to sign him to a new contract. But again, here's the thing. Okay.
Wait, are you talking about for this year or next year?
No, I'm talking about for next year. You could you could absorb it. Here's the thing. Okay. Yeah. We are broke ass right now with $4.5 million. Okay. Right now. Okay.
Right.
Our draft class is probably going to cost us about $5 or $6 million to sign them, a rookie draft class. We do have to sign some people to fill in, but the Cowboys will be using, I forgot the initials for it, but basically when you sign veterans, where you sign them to a veteran minimum, which is like $980,000, you can actually do the contract up to with incentives to 2.5, but it still only costs about $900,000. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What good game time boy just say?
It's the Leo show. That's right.
It's the Leo show. Okay, but
Leo stands for leaving everyone out.
Because we are high. So you're going to need to get those guys
Mark
done.
got that sound bite. Mark.
I have it on my other computer.
Yeah, that's all Mark's fault because he's playing around with these stupid ass sound bites, and he found one that fucking stuck.
Yeah,
it was that one for
we gonna get high.
And I hate him for it. Like, like of all the ones that would stick, that's the one that stuck. Fine.
Play it, Mark. Play
it. David, don't encourage him, man. I don't need that right now.
Play it, Mark. Play it.
I have to find it. No, but here's the thing. You're going to get $9.5 million off of June 1st for Michael Gallup. If they finally go ahead and do Dak Prescott's contract, what they say they're going to do in August, right? You're probably going to get about another $20-25 million cap relief there. Same thing with CD Lambs. You're probably going to get about another 10. So if you say I can save about $10 million on CD Lambs and I get $9.5 million from that, you could go absorb that. And I've got 95 going into next year.
Okay, that would be the luxury pick that you could afford.
Yeah, and and by doing it June 1st, right, I can be using some of those extra draft picks I have in the future. So Seattle was basically saying, because Drew Lock signed, I can't remember who he signed with, but he signed for a $5 million contract. So they're looking at saying that should be a fifth or sixth. That's a fifth or sixth. Bro, we're going to get a whole lot of them because that means Tyron Smith is definitely a fifth. And I would say that you might even get as high as a third for Dorrance Armstrong signing 15.
Well, wait a minute. Did you guys
signed with the Giants, Mark? Drew Lock signed with the Giants.
The Giants, right? He signed for $5 million. So Seattle's wire is saying they're expecting a 5 or a 6 for that.
So let me ask you.
He's the Eagle killer.
Yeah.
Who? Drew Lock?
Yeah.
Yes. Remember the Monday night football game?
Yeah. The JSN.
I don't want to, but yeah. I don't want to, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we could speed past that now. We ain't got to get stuck on that, Thomas. We good.
Well, you know, when
I'm gonna see you in the hospital.
When they beat y'all that Monday night, that was the beginning of the losing streak, if I'm sure.
I'm gonna see you in the hospital. We gonna get a high, yes sir.
There you go, Leo. That is your theme.
I'm gonna see you in the hospital. We gonna get a high, yes sir.
Why we doing this, Mark?
Because we love you so much, Leo. That's the only way to get you quiet, man. He just like, oh shit. Okay,
Leo, you should know you're on a Cowboys show.
You're on a Cowboys show. So so here's what we're gonna do. Anytime Leo gets too winded, we just have to go like this.
See you in the hospital. We gonna get a high, yes sir.
Okay, all right. So see, this is what's cool about this. And you know what? I'm gonna say the last couple of days have been more fun because of Friday night doing the open thing, and then yesterday doing the thank you and all that, and spending time with you guys has been just incredible. You know, it's almost like
I'm gonna see you in the hospital. We gonna get a high.
It's almost like we just.
Hey, let's just say this is good therapy.
There you go, good therapy and stuff. Because this is like me hanging out at the club with my friends, man.
Well, Mark, this is what we were trying to tell Shorty Doo-Wop the other day on the comments about how she's cutting herself short by not following other content creators. You see what I'm saying?
But she was here hard. You know, she was here hitting hard.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I literally wanted to say.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey, Mark, the chat saying it's Trey Lance turn.
It's Trey. Okay, good luck with that. You know, here's the funny thing. When everybody just says, man, Dak is whack. What I was saying earlier is when you guys say Dak sucks, this is when the Bears say, hold my beer, and the Jets and New England, okay? Because all these guys have literally gone out to say, we need a quarterback. And you're just looking at all these quarterbacks. Just take a look at the 2020 draft. Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Mac Jones. I mean, all of these guys are ass. They are bums. The only one you could look at the last couple of years and say is C.J. Stroud.
Yeah, last
year would be, and that's only 1 year in.
A little bit too correct.
Somebody's got something playing in the background.
It might be Troy.
No, it's not me.
Yeah, somebody's got something playing in the background, so it's getting feedback.
I got my kids talking in the background. That's all.
Derek Young says Trey Lance can't play. My thing with here's my question with Trey Lance. If he is great, how come he's not number 2 at least on the roster?
Yeah.
Why are you holding on to Cooper Rush then?
So, Mark, let me ask you this then. Seeing that they're waiting till August, do they have like something in principle that they're?
I don't know. I have no idea why they're. It makes no sense. What's funny is
get the deal done now.
Here's what's funny is last year we were talking about extending Micah Parsons
right
at the end of the season and CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
Explain to me why they didn't do those.
Because they're stupid.
The price just went up after Chris Jones just signed his $35 million a year. It seems like you could have done Micah last year. It seems like you could have done CD last year and been less, right? And it's like, do you think
Micah on is this his 5th year?
They picked up this is his 4th year.
It's 4th year.
This is his 4th year, but they picked up his 5th year option.
Okay.
So they've got him locked in. Now here's his hit number is like $5.5 million this year, which is not bad. His will go up. CD's 5th year option though is 17.9. You actually get him to a long-term deal, his number will go down.
Yeah, they need to do CDs. Get his done quickly.
Well,
and
let me ask you guys this.
Wait till next
in
year.
your mind, okay, people say blow it up. We've lost 16 free agents. How much more blowing up is there?
You can't do much more.
And when people say
exactly half the team.
okay, so if we say
Dallas Mavericks fans right now, they just want a bunch of.
well, let me ask you this: if you trade CeeDee Lamb, what are you expecting to get for CeeDee Lamb?
Literally splash paint everywhere.
The best you're going to get is probably a 3rd rounder.
What? No, CD? No. Yeah. I mean, if you look and say AJ Brown went for a number 1. Now, the Cowboys probably would be happy with a 3rd rounder because we always get hosed in trades. But, if you're trading Micah, I mean, are you getting more than...
Oh, Micah, I was thinking CD. Sorry.
Well, either one.
Micah, yeah, well, okay, yeah, either one, maybe.
Let me see. What did...
A second?
I was going to say a 2. A 2 at best.
A 2 at best, because you're not going to get a number 1.
No. No.
For CD?
No, for Micah.
For Micah. Actually, even CD, too. I don't think you're going to get a number 1.
Not for his kid or sex.
If you trade Micah and don't get 2 number 1s, it ain't worth it.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Derek, you think Micah's worth 2 number 1s?
No.
I don't think so. But if you trade him for less than that, you got robbed.
Yeah.
2 number 2s, I could see
I don't
that.
think nobody
Maybe a
gonna-
1 and a 2.
I ain't think- No.
Maybe a 1 and a 2. I don't know.
Well, Troy. All right. So
Okay,
Troy,
so
we did
wait a minute.
this
So
exercise.
hold it. The Bears traded Khalil Mack in 22 to the Chargers, and they got a 2nd round pick. And let me look at what the Bears gave up originally.
Well, then it's just you're going to make a martyr of.
Now, when Chicago traded him, they sent 4 picks for Khalil Mack, 2 first rounds. Somebody's got something playing in the background that's driving me crazy.
Mute Asia.
He'll be a martyr.
Mark, if you can, try to mute Asia.
I think
it's her.
okay, there we go. It's gone. Okay, so when Khalil Mack was traded to the Bears, they sent 2 first rounds picks, and what else did they send? Let's see. They sent 2 first, and it's not saying what the other picks were, but they sent 4 picks altogether for Khalil Mack. But I can't say that helped either team.
I think it was a 4th and a 5th, wasn't it?
Could be something like that. But the Raiders did nothing with it. They didn't bring them a Super Bowl.
No.
And the Bears, it certainly didn't help the Bears because they got rid of him 3 years later, get him off their books. So, here's the thing. If you're saying, I'm going to trade Micah, let's say you do get a 1st and a 2nd. Do you think that you're going to get better players than those 2 with those 2 picks than Micah Parsons?
Definitely not.
No, you're not.
Okay.
That's why I said if you don't get 2 first, you got robbed because you're not getting the equal amount in the first and second round combined.
Okay, and so
you'd have to find somebody who's really, really desperate. That would
all right.
trade.
Okay, if you trade CD and you guys are saying that he's not worth a first, but even if you get a first for CD, depending on where it is in the draft, do you think that you're going to be able to get a player that's better than CD?
Well, depends on how deep the wide receiver class is that draft.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee that, I mean, look at how many years the Eagles drafted wide receivers in the first and second round before they got Devontae Smith that were busts.
Sure.
See, this is the thing. It sounds good when you say, oh, he's a first round drafted quarterback, but you can go through, where Josh Rosen's and, Zach Wilson's and, Mac and everything else. It's not like there's a whole lot of those guys that are going to be truly great quarterbacks. Cowboys lucked the hell out. Let's be clear here.
Yeah, because we've seen this numerous times where you see these quarterbacks come out of college. They had a great college career. They come to the pros and they just suck. Too many.
Okay, so Content M. Okay, so Content M. Let me go ahead. He says 3 years in a row we went 12-5 and lost the playoffs because our quarterback interceptions in the playoffs. Look at Dak's playoff record. So let me ask you then. Yeah. So let's say in 2020 we ended up trading up and we ended up getting Trey Lance. Well, let's say we got Trey Lance there, and we took our number 1 pick, and we didn't have Micah Parsons. Are we winning in the playoffs? Are we making the playoffs?
Nope.
Probably not.
Because to get up there where those guys are, you know how much you have to give up to do that? When the Eagles moved up to trade Carson Wentz, they made 2 big trades to get up there. They first traded with Tampa Bay, I believe.
Yes,
to get halfway up there, and then they traded again. Right. So when you're talking about trading up and taking a quarterback, think about some of our number 1 picks, with the exception of Mozzie Smith. When you start talking about number 1 picks, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, Tyler Smith. When you say draft a quarterback in the first round, you're talking about those kind of guys. The one thing you can say about the Cowboys is typically they are really good at drafting guys in the first round. And to move up, you're talking about 2, 3 first round picks to get up there. They were talking about for Washington to just go in front of Chicago, that it may end up being, a couple of number 1s and some other stuff just to get there. So it ain't easy to get up there, and there's no guarantee that just getting there is going to do anything for you. There are Marcus Mariotas and Jameis Winstons that are 1 and 2 that have done nothing in their career.
Look where we got Dak. We got him in the 5th round compensatory.
Yeah.
So they are out there. They are out there in each of the rounds. You just got to be patient and do the homework and see, watch game tape on them, watch some, do your homework and really see if this person is going to be your quarterback of the future.
Right.
For sure.
Now, I know everybody's ready to say, oh, man, Trey Lance is the quarterback of the future, but I'm just looking at all the quarterbacks that are around his class and such and seeing the records that are around with those, and they don't seem to be doing too well. But then again, I'm a guy who's broadcasting from his basement, and, I just think about...
I'm going to see you in the hospital. We going to get a high. Yes, sir.
So, Leo... you've been called a liar. And I'm going to see if I can give you the proof here.
I think he is off doing something.
Oh, is he? Okay. All right, I'll wait till he comes back because Gina Dallas Diva said he's a liar because she got proof.
Oh, that was the text she said.
Yeah, she's got pictures there right in front of the fountain there, and I can see the Philadelphia Bell Tower there in the town square in the background. Yep. Okay, so are we blowing it up? That's my question.
I think it's a semi blow up.
That's how I'm kind of feeling right now too.
That's kind of
And they're blowing the whole thing up.
Alexa, turn up lamps.
Because I mean, we still have the draft coming up next month, and depending on how well this draft goes, could determine what kind of a season we're going to have. I mean, with everyone that's already been released,
mm-hmm.
And there's more to come. You'll see teams starting to release after the draft too.
Well, my thing is this: we made those trades, late in the. It wasn't the first week of free agency when we made the trades for Stephon Diggs. Stephon Gilmore, and for Brandon Cooks. Like I said, if we turn around and all of a sudden, bam, do something like the Stephon Diggs, that all of a sudden changes things completely.
I think you see quite a few transactions coming out of the Cowboys after the draft. I really do.
Yeah.
That is a possibility, for sure.
And, it's not a possibility. It will happen. Whether they look at what's remaining in free agency or they look at other teams, what they're ready to give away, for whatever.
And I think what's pissing all Cowboy fans off is everybody's mad because of what happened in Washington last week. And we all have to come to grips, and we have to come to the realization that you got to remember something. We had 16 free agents. We're not going to sign all of them.
Right. Not at the prices that they were getting.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And that's what everybody has to realize. We weren't going to sign all of these players. You can live in your fantasy world all you want, but you're going to come to the realization that we wasn't going to sign all these players.
Okay, I'm going to say. Okay, let me see if I can actually put it this way. Ladies in the chat, Aisha Robinson, you're still here, right? Let's say you move in
Nebraska.
Hold on. Let's say, ladies, you got a new relationship and you move in with your new man. He still got the bed and the sheets and stuff at the house. Are you going to keep the same bed sheets and pillows and everything else, or are you going to say we're going out shopping for some new ones? Right? So Dan Quinn and his style, his bed sheets and pillows and all that, right? You can take that shit. I'm not sleeping on that stuff. Mike Zimmer's the new man in town, or the new lady in town, and he's going to get his own pillows, his own sheets, okay? Right? Hell, he may get a new headboard because he's thinking about that thing bounding against the wall with you with that other one, okay? You change that shit up.
Christina wants half of the money.
Well, me what Christina Johnson said.
Christina Johnson said what?
She said,
she
can
wants
I have
half of the money?
Half of the money. There you go. Half, Eddie. I want half. But no, seriously. So Mike Zimmer has a different philosophy in defense. Dan Quinn is, we're going to rush the quarterback. I want thin guys that are fast that can get upfield. And we're going to attack the quarterback. And they did it very, very well. Mike Zimmer is, I'm going to stop the run, and I need big, fat guys that can plug up the holes, and I need physical linebackers. And that's exactly what the Cowboys need. So when you think of a Dorrance Armstrong or you think of Neville Gallimore, these guys aren't fitting the system that Mike Zimmer wants to have. So why are you going to hold on to a guy who's not going to do what the new guy wants? I ain't sleeping on your old pillows that your girlfriend slept on.
Exactly.
You know?
Mark, I don't mean to change the subject, but your James Madison basketball team will be playing Friday against Wisconsin up in Brooklyn.
It's been a good year for JMU sports, man.
So they're one of the first four in.
There we go. Shout out to JMU.
Who are the other three, Thomas?
And Derek, that's why we got to change the sheets, man.
The other three.
Okay. Now, if I hear any of the show, listen, if I hear anybody else using that analogy, you know where it came from. You know where it came from. We got to change the pillows, the sheets, and the damn headboard because it's got notches on it. Okay? He notched those. Okay.
No, they done with the first bracket. It just started.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, okay.
What are they seated? Are they have them seated yet? Or they haven't seated
here
yet?
comes the South region.
They're doing the seedings right now. They just got done with the first bracket.
All right.
Which region was the first bracket? Was that the?
I think it's the South region. It's the South region. Connecticut got the number 1 overall seed.
Okay. Shout out to JMU. Now, back to where I was saying that my life is really busy and I don't have a lot of time to watch a lot of content and stuff. I actually got to drive back to the Red Brick House tonight. So after driving about 160 miles, I got another 150 to go to get back down there. And so I see we got all kinds of haters in here, but here's what's kind of funny. Is you can take Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts only has 2 playoff wins, the same amount that Dak Prescott has, right? Harry Bay. You know what I'm saying? We can say that Jalen Hurts has lost twice to Tampa Bay in the playoffs, one of which was with Baker Mayfield.
My Cougars got a 6 seed. Wow.
All right. So how about that, bro? You're starting a Rig Rappaport? Okay, Derek. Have fun with it, bro. Hope you use protection. Okay. What's going on with Dak's case? Derek. Right now, we have the police investigating both sides of the story and so on. I would say at the moment that I would lead towards saying that Dak's people are more credible than the attorneys for the plaintiff, because what's coming out now is the way that the attorneys, and here's the thing. When you hire somebody to go against City Hall, you need to make sure you hire people that know what they're doing. Right. So the attorneys that sent this demand letter for $100 million threatening a criminal suit, apparently that is against the bar of one of the things that you can do. And that's why Dak Prescott went to the police and said, hey, there's no here on here. They're demanding $100 million or they're going to go for a criminal case. The police opened up an investigation and basically said, well, that's extortion, which is against the law. And this is where Dak Prescott has a lawsuit against them. Of course, they've gone on the offense to have the plaintiff go out and say, this is what happened in the court of public opinion. And then, of course, they had to file a lawsuit as well. A police report as well. So there you have it. Boy, we got all kinds of haters in here tonight.
That's a public opinion tactic that they're using.
It is, court of public opinion. Now, if he did something, he's got to pay. He's got to pay. I do not agree with anybody doing something against somebody's will ever. Although we could say we could charge Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones because they're doing shit against our will all the time. Mm-hmm. But that's neither here nor there. That's not forced upon us. We don't have to be Cowboy fans. Actually, I do. I get too much shit here. It's too much shit to change. Keep it about football. Well, Russell, that is part of football, because let's say the NFL still has a vendetta against the Dallas Cowboys and they say, you know what? We're going to suspend Dak Prescott for 8 games because we just don't like Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. So that is part of it. Please, no politics, please don't get into politics.
Somebody says Trump 2024.
Yeah, we're not doing that in here. Sorry. Appreciate you, bro, but we're not doing any of the political. No, sorry. I don't believe women because they only say something after 7 years and demand $100 million when Dak did. But again, this is my personal thoughts, and I'm not trying to slander her. We don't know. I do not know. But if I'm sitting here, sometimes you have women that are a little vindictive and say, he just had a baby he just had that baby. He's got a new contract coming. He's the quarterback of the Cowboys. That should have been me. And it's you know what? I'm going to get you.
It's the timing of all of this.
Yeah.
If she was smart enough, she would have better off by doing it when that got that contract a few years back, broke his leg and everything.
Yeah, or you would have been wise to do it when it happened and make a police report then. So there's a rape kit done. There's evidence and everything else. It's kind of hard to say because at this point, who's a witness?
Right.
Oh, Lola said she got tapped in the back seat. Oh. Okay.
Oh, Lola, that's too much information, baby.
Yeah, TMI, Lola. TMI.
Oh boy. Oh, trust me. The ladies in here, look, the ladies in here will make us blush, guys. I'm telling you. The women in here, you know what? Women, look, they try and say we so dirty. Oh, he's so dirty. Them women, they worse than us, man. They what?
Have you ever been in a girl's bathroom? Come on.
What you doing in the girl's bathroom?
Have you ever been in a girl's bathroom? It's
only
way worse than ours.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna see you in the hospital. We gonna get a high. Yes, sir.
I worked fast food, and they sent me in there to clean that bathroom. The smell hit different.
Women groceries 9 times out of 10 are a lot more gross than men.
Look, Lola said, look, Mark said it first, I'm just repeating it. Oh my goodness! All right, so it's turning into one of those shows now.
Right?
Where
Yeah.
it's getting kind of crazy. Oh man, we're gonna go until 6:30, and then I'm gonna get ready to hit the road. But making baby. Oh look, Cozy says making babies in the back seat. Devarius Moore gifted 6 memberships. Shout out!
Gifted 5 memberships.
Shout out to you, man. Appreciate that.
Wow.
Dirty Sanchez says, I love dirty-minded women. All righty. There we go.
Yeah, Dirty Sanchez. Yeah, of course.
Anything dirty he likes, okay? She just got married, and her husband is a Dak hater. Well, that could be true. Oh, well, the attorney definitely is. Oh, okay. So that might be the problem. He's having to live up to Dak Prescott. You know, she had to change the sheets and the headboards.
There isn't really anything to this whole Dak thing, right, Mark?
I wasn't there. I don't know. I mean, Dak says it was consensual. Happened. Right. It was outside Club XTC, Ecstasy. Okay, strip club. Look, did you see Leo? What? I haven't seen that look since Friday night when he was.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. These are little finer details I was not aware of. Are you serious or are you playing when you say Club XTC?
Club XTC is the name of the strip club that after hours they met and were in the back of an SUV.
Wow. She was probably one of the strippers.
I don't know if she was or not. But
she wasn't?
I said I don't know. I don't know. I don't have that detail whether she was or wasn't, but they were at a strip club in 2017. He says it was consensual.
Right.
And now 7 years later, I need $100 million because I'm having problems now.
Right.
Leo Philly D said Leo's on his 10th gummy.
No. I'm on my 10th my 10th bike here. Yeah. But that's no here nor there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry. XTC Collaborate. Okay. You got to put the Collaborate because that makes it, fancy. And in case you didn't know, we're all going to go.
I'm going to see you in the hospital. We going to get a high. Yes, sir.
I'm getting there now. I'm getting there now. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there right now. For all those who wanted to know. Yes.
Oh, Leo, by the way, I don't know if you're watching the feed right now, but Gina Dallas Diva said, you're a liar. And here's proof of her and her husband in Philly wearing Cowboys gear. And he's hi. Here we go.
Where's the proof?
It's on my feed. You have to actually look at the broadcast.
I am. I'm
okay.
Right,
then you need to refresh it because it's a little behind. It's a delay.
Like 15
okay.
20 seconds.
And in case you didn't know that, it's because you are
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Okay, so she's got the proof there. She's sitting there at the fountain with her husband. I can see the town square where they got
yeah, I see it too.
Okay, so are you going to apologize?
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is filled.
No, I see people in the fountain. Listen, I see people in the fountain there. I don't see any, hordes of Eagle fans coming at them like, they're the Walking Dead or anything. Cowboys.
I just think that, okay, so I think what she did was either she photoshopped her.
Oh, shit, Leo.
That's a possibility.
Leo.
I am dealing with a Cowboys fan.
I'm gonna see you in the hospital.
Or
get a high, yes sir.
Or the second thing is that she did do this, and she went somewhere where there were no people. You know what I'm saying? At a time
you know what I'm saying? Like,
when
real hate, man, that's like an
early in the
form,
morning,
man.
whatever.
Like,
but
you're like a born hater, like myself, man. A lot of cats think they hate, but man, I mean, I'm mad. I'm mad at everything, man. Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke. It ain't got.
Look,
you guys sound like
he's cleaning out that pipe right now. I need my fix right now.
Yeah, Mark Gator just said Philadelphia and just took the picture.
Probably an Eagle fan took the picture. But it's okay, Leo. It's okay, bro. We get you. You won't believe us, man. I got you. That's all right.
It's fine.
She's got receipts.
I tell you what. You know what? What's her name? Linda? It's Linda, right?
No, Gina.
Gina. I'm sorry, Gina.
I tell you what. You know what, Leo? Hold on. Leo.
Yes.
Kiss my high yellow ass. And it is high yellow. Because I'm going to tell you, hold up. I bought this in Philadelphia.
He said hi.
Bam.
Oh, wow.
I literally bought Rowdy in a sports store in Philadelphia.
I got one of those.
Yes, I think it was 2012.
Okay, so Mark, take a look at
in Philly
real quick.
Huh?
Take a look at the stitching real quick on that doll.
Oh, it's because I've had it. Because his hat's coming off. It's coming off.
Yeah. Well, what about around?
I've had it for about 14 years.
Right. So look around the abdomen area. Look around the sides or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Does the stitching look a little, frail or tampered with?
No, why? Because it might be full of weed.
there could be something inside that thing.
Okay. Well, I think it's coming apart because I used to hold it during game days. It didn't help. And I still say it's freaking Rowdy's fault that he's the jinx. Okay.
Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mark. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you got that in Philly. Yeah, you should have that's a reason why you're probably not doing well.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. Do not show me something that you.
I'm just saying they sell Cowboy stuff in Philadelphia.
And look at what happens. You have Cowboy fans who go to Philadelphia and take pictures with their husbands in front of monuments or whatever in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And look at what happened. Jinx.
No, that ain't got nothing to do with it. We got Jerry Jones. That's the problem. Here's the problem. You want to know what the problem is? Cowboys mom and pop shop. And I'm not trying to say anything against the guy, but the right-hand man of the salary cap for Stephen Jones, who is a chemical engineer, okay, has worked for the Cowboys now for 20 years. Before that, he was a volunteer equipment guy for his college, and he was a trainer at Marketplace Grill. And now he is the senior director of salary cap and contracts. And we're sitting here looking at the Cowboys have made one move in free agency, and they have the least amount of money, and don't see a problem. Luck ain't got nothing to do with that. At some point, listen, when you got some really bad plumbing, you need to get a good plumber that knows what the hell he's doing.
I'll take things an Eagles fan can't relate to for 1,000, Alex. I don't know. I don't know. I can't even begin to empathize with you.
I'm gonna see you in the hospital. We gonna get a high. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love weed. Said Leo on that crack weed. All right, we got to get ready to get out of here. Let me have everybody's final thoughts before we leave here. And let me say shout out to everybody who's been in here watching this shit show, because that's exactly what it is when you get my man Leo in here. It turns into a shit show.
Hey, that's why they love me. Don't get too close. You might fall in love. You know what I'm saying?
Next.
Whoa, that was supposed to be my final thing. My final thing is we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to win. We got some.
We delusional, bro.
Looking forward.
I think we've heard that 58 times.
I want to smoke what he's smoking, man.
Wait. Your worst nightmare with Kellen Moore will be realized through the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna do what he did to Austin Eckler and Herbert.
Wait.
Gonna run that team
and kids,
nothing.
This is your brain on too much weed.
We will be the defense that you guys wish you were. You know,
Leo, you saw Kellen Moore?
Yeah, and we're gonna run rough shot through the NFC and win.
Isn't Kellen Moore a quarterback killer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is a quarterback killer.
He's a quarterback killer.
Justin Herbert last year. He was squat.
I thought, but he didn't kill.
Leo, did you get Harry Roseman some of that weed before he made the decision on hiring Kellen Moore? He must have been high.
Look at Kellen Moore's last 2 seasons. He had Dak Prescott throw the most interceptions in his career, and Justin Herbert went down in the toilet.
Yep.
But you think he's going to improve your quarterback?
With the third offense that Jalen Hurts has been in.
I'm giving you all. I love that. I love the fact that my presence allows y'all to get some things off y'all chest, and that's fine with me. I'm receiving it all.
If you go back to a couple years when Kellen Moore was here, we was hating Kellen Moore that whole year.
Mm-hmm.
That whole year, we wanted him to leave.
Leo, what did I tell you the other night? What did I tell you? Remember what I told you?
No, he don't. He don't remember.
He don't remember nothing from that night.
I told you this is going to have to be one of Kellen Moore's best stars.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, because if it isn't, them crazy folks up in Philly, they're going to eat it. Yeah. They're going to eat him up.
Yeah.
Opie, I told you, I said Opie is going to have to grow a bigger set of balls, and he's going to have to become a better offensive coordinator. I told you that.
You did.
Do y'all assistants talk to the media in Philadelphia?
No.
Okay. Well, then, he ain't got to talk. If he ain't got to talk, he might be able to avoid some of that.
Yeah, they do. Actually, they do.
Okay.
They do. Well, not a whole lot.
He don't know.
Not a whole lot. Because when I think about it, we didn't see a whole lot of Brian Davis or Sean Desai last year. Only until shit got really bad.
Leo, somebody asked about your channel. What is your channel?
St. Mary's.
Where's by who?
Somebody asked what is your channel?
The Smoky Heroes Podcast.
Clemson.
All right.
Oh, and the tush push might have retired with Jason Kelsey.
Oh, that was a point of contention between me and Game Time, and I found out that actually Cam Jurgens is going to be moving over into the center position, which is what he was drafted for, and Tyler Steen is going to take over at guard.
Okay, I just think the reason why Philadelphia was so good at it and everybody else sucked at it is because of Jason Kelsey.
Yeah. Well, I think Jason Kelsey, but you know what the tush push really is. It's just it's a scrum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're thinking along those lines, then it's not really Jason Kelsey that you had to think about. It's Jordan Mailata.
It's the whole thing. But I'm going to tell you though, you don't want to be in the middle of that thing. You do not.
Jason Kelsey said he'd be like, "Fuck my life."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He, like
Jason Kelsey said he hated the tush push.
Yup. But here's the thing: no one else in the league could do it like we could. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people tried. You know what I'm saying? But not to the degree of success that we had. So, I hope they do bring it back this year.
Mm-hmm.
This time, I think instead of just having Jalen do it, just go ahead and give it to Saquon.
Let's see. Here's where I'm curious. When Jalen Hurts hurt that knee and how he hurt it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody's got sounds like they're underwater. There it goes. Okay, it's gone. No, it's back. Well, anyway, let me say I appreciate everybody being here on a Sunday afternoon. There's not much to talk about the Cowboys doing because they ain't done much. And, we've all just been watching, of course, good old brother Leo here because he's going to be...
I'm going to see you in the hospital. We going to get a high. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being a constant form in the upcoming season. So please, what I'm saying, thank you for allowing me to come into this face, and so and I appreciate you all for that.
Overeating this weekend.
And I look forward to, I'm looking forward to this upcoming season with you guys and watching you guys watch us win.
Myself for laxatives.
All right, Leo, I'm gonna find some more good ones, man. Okay, just for you.
I hate all of them so far, Mark. I don't like any of them.
Hey, Mark.
I don't know who's got this, but it's like literally something that
I don't either.
It actually hurts my ear.
It's not me.
And then it stops, and now it's back. Okay.
Mark, go through everybody's name and just hit mute.
Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to end the stream, and I'm going to get down the road. I got 2.5 hours of driving to do.
Be safe on that road,
to get back to the Red Brick House.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Quickly, what's your Twitter?
Everything I do is Cowboy Jobu.
Oh,
so Instagram, Mark. Facebook, all that. Cowboy Jobu.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Thank you, SSL TV.
You on Instagram too?
Yeah, Cowboy Jobu.
Yeah, and again, congratulations on the 100,000, Mark. For real.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Bro.
It's still kind of crazy to me to actually believe it, and everybody has been so nice and congratulating me and stuff. Man, y'all make me feel like I'm special or something.
You are.
No, I'm not, man.
Yeah, that 100 cake class is
just a moron from my mama's basement.
That is like the exclusive.
Do you get something? Like, don't they send you a plaque or something?
You get a play button, a silver play button for
Yeah, the silver plaque is for the first 100,000, and the gold plaque is for the first million.
Right, and then the diamond one is for 100 million.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
So, the diamond is real.
Well, they were asking. Somebody asked if the gold one was actually made of gold, and they said it's gold plated.
Well, so many people do it for a living, so.
And you said the diamond plaque is for what now?
100 million.
Oh,
I think they only giving out like one of those, right?
Yeah, there's not too many of those out there. They might actually make it out of diamonds because if you got 100 million subscribers, you'd have made some serious money for YouTube. You'd have made some serious money.
You don't gotta do nothing no more. All you do is stay at the house and sit on your tail and do YouTube videos.
Who, me?
Yeah, some I'm doing for a living.
Depend. The way I do it is a little different than other people do it because I'm fortunate. I am fortunate that I'm kind of the update guy, where I can just do it wherever I'm at. and very little editing is actually done. If I do any editing or add some clips, I can do it actually on my cell phone. But like my daughter, who she's about to hit her second channel over 100,000, so I am so proud of her. She's only like 600 or 700 away on Kayla Lachey Vlogs, and she's going through her journey of getting out of debt right now. When she does a video, she spends Kayla Lachey Vlogs. She ends up doing the editing and stuff. She's spending hours doing this. And this is where, like, when you see Law and them doing film breakdown, it's not something you can do in 5 minutes. There is a lot of actual work that goes into doing that film breakdown and stuff. And, you know, you may like me or don't like me. That's cool. You know, there's 8 billion people in the world. I can't expect every one of them to like me and stuff. But understand that all of these guys are out here. You can go through for free and see them. There are people that are doing work and stuff behind here like ESPN, but without ESPN's budget or resources and all these people out here. And I will take somebody like Vosh's word before I'll listen to any of the idiots out here doing mock drafts and things like that. He knows what the hell he's saying. And when you listen to my man, Law Nation, nothing but the best, they put the work and stuff in there. Josh Garcia, Mark, respond to my comment, brother. What was your comment, brother?
He was just wondering about drafting a running back that's losing. We have Jerome Bettis.
We do. I think two of the things we're going to do, I think the first pick is going to be an offensive lineman, because the Cowboys have been butter drafting offensive linemen in the first round, and you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck by doing that. You're going to help your quarterback stay upright. You're going to open up holes. And the second thing is they've already said they're looking for running backs in the draft. So there you go.
Well, they should be able to find somebody in the second round. I think you use that first round on the offensive lineman.
Definitely. On first. Jeff Lee said he just subscribed to I Love Weed. All right, so with that being said,
I just subscribed to Kayla's.
Well, thank you. Actually, last week when I saw her, I said we should have a competition to see who gets to 100,000 first on that one.
I remember.
Well, I got your other daughter with my namesake.
There you go. She's doing good. She's in nursing school. She's got 1.5 years left before she will be a registered nurse. So I'm proud of her. I'm proud of all my kids. And that includes people like Game Time and E2 Blue and DMV. Man, I feel like I'm Papa Smurf. I'm True Blue. And I like to think of those guys as like my kids and stuff. Even Philly 500, even though he's green. All right. So with that being said, good people, I got to get up out of here. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And I'll see you guys. Sometime. That's right. I'll see y'all soon.